A new game mode was released yesterday in Rocket League called Knockout. This is probably the best update we've ever had, so if you haven't played the new mode yet, you definitely need to check it out. If you have, and you're confused about how to play it, then this video is perfect for you. So let's get right into it. Here are the 5 tips that will 100% make you a pro at Knockout. Tip number 1, change your bindings. If you go into your settings and scroll to the bottom, you will see a few things that weren't there before that are specific to this new mode. The main thing that needs changed here is your grab button. You'll learn just how important grabbing is in a few minutes, so just make sure you bind it to something that you can press while steering and flipping. More on that later. Tip number 2, use flips to gain speed and stay moving. In Knockout, you have 4 flips and 2 jumps that have no timer while you're in the air and instantly recharge when you land, so using multiple flips together is the best way to pick up speed. Once you get that speed, keep moving until an opportunity to strike presents itself. Boost is really important for recoveries and takes a little time to recharge, so it's important to save it. We'll cover that shortly. Tip number 3, where and when you should attack. In Knockout, you have 3 options: block, attack, and grab. It's kind of like rock, paper, scissors. Blocks counter attacks, attacks counter grabs, and grabs counter blocks. All require a little bit of timing, but with a little practice you will get used to it. To block, backflip as someone is attacking you, and it will basically create a force field causing them to bounce off however hard they were about to hit you. Probably not a go-to option, but it's there so you should know about it. Attacking someone is simple, just flip into them. However fast you are going when you flip into someone will determine how hard you hit them. Chaining multiple flips together for speed while also attacking can be extremely powerful. You know if you're using an attack if there is sort of a red fire coming from your car. Grabbing is the last attack type, and it's definitely the meta. It also just happens to be the hardest. Remember that binding I told you to change? Here is where it comes in useful. Personally, I have mine bound to L3, which is clicking down on my left thumbstick. Since this is also the thumbstick I use for steering, it allows me to hold my grab button as I flip, which is necessary to actually grab someone. Hold down your grab button and flip through your opponent. You will see a sort of blue fire from your car to indicate that you're using a grab instead of an attack, and once you grab someone, you have a short window to throw them by flipping, which is shown by this bar. Throw your opponent off the platforms or into spike walls to kill them. Here's another example. Tip number 4, recoveries. Remember that boost I told you to save? This is where it comes in useful. There are a couple key things to remember with recoveries. You can go much further than you think with your flips, and boost will instantly change your direction. That's really important to remember because that's different than normal Rocket League. And at some point while playing Knockout, you will definitely get launched what feels like miles from the platforms, but have no fear. With a few flips and that boost you saved, you can definitely get back. After you break your stun by spamming whatever button it is telling you to spam, you need to instantly boost in the opposite direction to stop your momentum. Then, using your flips to gain some speed and maintain your height, glide and grace back to safe ground. Keep in mind that the walls are your friend. You can rest here to get your boost and flips back, or if you need to use them because you came in a little low. Tip number 5, the meta. This is the number 1 way to knock your opponents out and win games, and also why being able to grab your opponents is so important. To do this ultimate finisher, you need to grab your opponent somewhat close to the edge, then go off the edge and flip them downwards. The more momentum you have, the faster they go. Here are a few examples of this in action and just how powerful it can be. On one of the maps, there are these spike pits that you can also fling your opponents down into. Other than not getting caught in this situation in the first place, there isn't much you can really do to counter it. Knowing this trick will definitely make you win more of your Knockout games. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment with any questions you might have, and I'll do my best to get to them. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.